It's a good platform to be here and to showcase what we are doing and how India is leading the technology revolution and not just the backstage anymore. You keep building, you keep believing in your technology, in your people, and in the product that you're developing, and eventually the world sees and it pays off. That's the major leadership lesson we have learned, that just let go of all the noise and the hype cycle. Just focus on your product and delivering the best to your clients and your customers.
I'm Sejal from Bharat 2.0 Conclave, and today on the red carpet with us we have Pankari Bansal, founder and director, Blockroom Consulting, and AI expert with the United Nations and governments. So, Pankari, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Like, it's nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, honestly. So, great. On to the first question. So, how do platforms like Bharat 2.0 Conclave help amplify the impact you're trying to create?
I think it's just a testament to the fact that builders across the nation have come together and they're showcasing what they're building in tech and in different industries. So it's a good platform to be here and to showcase what we are doing and how India is leading the technology revolution and not just the backstage anymore. And it also gives us an opportunity to say what we are doing and how we are building and developing. So yeah, it's a privilege to be here.
That's amazing. And how do you think receiving this award will motivate or inspire the team you're working with?
Yeah, so we have been building in the blockchain and AI space for a while. We have been the early birds and the pioneers since the time Bitcoin or blockchain came into existence in 2009. And now we're seeing the real use cases where the big banks like JP Morgan or the governments are seriously taking blockchain as a technology. But we have been in the space for about 8-9 years. So it's a testament again that, finally, like, results are paying off, and we are seeing the use cases, we are seeing the actual implementation of our technology. So it just tells us that persistence is the key.
Right.
You keep building, you keep believing in your technology, in your people, and in the product that you're developing, and eventually the world sees and it pays off.
Obviously. I mean, since it was such an early start, you grew a lot.
Yes, we have. We have scaled quite a bit. We have offices in London as well. We work across the globe.
Okay.
Even in Europe, we have clients. So it's great. Like, it's built in India, but for the world.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is really amazing, actually. And the next question is, what do you think that most critical leadership lesson you have learned while scaling your business in India?
I think Indian consumer is so diverse, and just with the landscape of how complicated the environment is in terms of doing business here, I think you have to be so adaptive in the sense of what your consumer needs and how they receive it, that you have to constantly evolve with time, with technology, with governance as well, with the company policies and the government policies, that you just need to keep learning and keep improving on the go.
Right.
You have to keep the consumer in mind. Consumer doesn't understand what is UPI, what is AI, what is blockchain. They just understand the use case and the utility.
Right.
So you just need to focus on the utility and give them the best user experience, regardless of what tech you're building behind. And once you do that, I think the product speaks for itself.
That's great. And moving ahead to the rapid fire questions. Great. What is one book that every Indian CEO or leader must have on their desk?
Yeah, I think it's a Hard Things About Hard Things by Ben Horowitz. I think it's a great book on how a leader can learn a psychology lesson. Everyone should read that. But apart from that, I think it's our own scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita. I think personally, I feel like there's so much to learn from Bhagavad Gita in terms of leadership lessons, whether it's persistence, consistency, and the intuition. Just follow your intuition, just keep doing your bit, and the results will follow.
Okay.
So I think definitely Bhagavad Gita as well, like our Indian scriptures, great leadership lessons. And I've also written a book myself.
Okay.
It's called The AI Edge. Again, like how we can coexist in the world of technology. AI is not going to replace us, it's just going to be a tool to enhance our cognitive capabilities. So I have written about that and how AI can be our friend. So I recommend everybody to please go ahead and read it. It's one
We'll
of the best
definitely
books.
check all the books you have mentioned. And I love how diverse your answer was. It is amazing, actually.
Thank you.
So, in your opinion, what is the biggest distraction for leaders today in the world?
I think it's the hype cycle, the AI hype cycle, the blockchain hype cycle. I think we have to just get away from the noise and just focus on the results and the utility. Because I feel it's only the downturn where the real innovation happens, when you're not chasing the numbers or the valuation. You're just focusing on innovation and providing utility to your customer or to Indians or to the global audiences. So I think when you do that, that's the major leadership lesson we have learned, that just let go of all the noise and the hype cycle. Just focus on your product and delivering the best to your clients and your customers.
Okay. And what is that one habit you broke to become a better leader?
I think it's just listening to people. I think, listening to people. I think today's day and age, information is available anywhere and everywhere in the world of GPTs, information at the tip of your fingertip. Everybody knows what they're talking about. But understanding the psychology of a human is very important. So cognitive skills are very important. So I think as a leader, it's very important to hear different perceptions, because ultimately you could be talking to your next client, right? Whether we are dealing with governments in terms of policies, or we are dealing with fintechs, it's just listening to them and understanding their pain points. And I think once you do that, I think automatically that becomes a part of your, scaling the product or your timeline, that you eventually end up developing a better product.
Right, okay. And on to the most amazing question. If you had to write a tagline for Bharat 2.0 Conclave, what would it be?
I think I would say that Bharat 2.0 is moving ahead from being just the backstage of the world to the epicenter of global manufacturing. I think that's where we are leading towards, because India's population is like 60% is over, 30, below 30 years of age, right? So, I mean, students or youth is not just looking for computer labs anymore.
Right.
They're looking for creative labs.
Yeah.
And I think now is the time where they can finally let go of the mundane learning and focus on creating, being creators, being entrepreneurs. It's an opportunity for the youth to not just be at the backseat, but can be at the driving seat of creating, as an entrepreneur in the world of global landscape of technology. So I think it's the right opportunity. You can use AI skills, and you can, because again, information is at the tip, so you can use all of that to become a creator and be in the creator economy.
Right,
That's what is needed in today's day and age.
Definitely. So, moving ahead to ball box questions.
Yeah.
Great. Could you pull out a ball from this?
Sure.
Great. May I? Okay. Have been looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too.
So, what is that one word which defines your personal leadership style?
I think it is, let me think about it.
Sure.
One word which defines
Your leadership style.
I think a people person,
Okay.
and just having your head straight. So I think it's just a people person. I really like to learn from others as well. I like to understand what their perception is.
Okay.
Whether it's from my parents to the leaders that, I sit around in the boardrooms and the meetings. I think I'm a people's person, and I think that's how I learn the most, because it's about constant evolution and adoption. So that's what
That is an amazing answer. Thank you so much, Pankari. It was lovely talking to you.